been listening to him all day. It's ridiculous.
His co-hosting role. Trent just has the hugest ego now ever since he's been promoted to co-host.
Yeah, what does that even mean?
Unbelievable.
Co-host. It means you weren't good enough to host. That's what it means. That's like a co-caster.
Yeah, but it's one step up on the rung, you know?
Another chain in the Cabal link of destiny. That's true. I actually like this Aster lineup.
Really? They hated it. You like it. I'm glad because I don't know how to feel about it, to be honest.
I really like Aster's lineup in the mid-late game if it's even. I think they just auto-win. I think this SF with the built-in Vlads the Beast is going to get through Overlord probably, and then the ET Aura on top of it, it's just so damn strong. I don't think they have an answer for him. I think Monet can literally 1v5 this game if they get to that late game on equal footing. He should have a good lane here. The one wild card is, again, Enchantress. I like talking about Enchantress because this hero can cause a lot of lane problems. And it is a very good matchup versus the Lion and the Elder Titan. So I have some concerns about this top lane being viable for Aster. I feel like Ace and Celery might just run it over. And they did put the Ench up here trying to get the ET matchup, because that Ench ET matchup that's a rough one.
Yeah, that's a rough one. You've been talking a lot about ET and how this hero is supposed to be a lane winner. And I feel like you have been unimpressed by Elder Titan's lane-winning capabilities lately. Is that still the case?
Yeah, they
DreamLeague going on? Okay.
Why
did we pick this hero?
Because the stomp is just too good. You win the team fights, you get the aura going.
Okay, Tofu is already styling. Gets first blood.
That's a rough one. You know, that's a rough way to start. I was going to say this Elder Titan Rubik matchup is actually one of the better lane matchups, but not in the off lane because you don't have any room to run him down. So they're already taking advantage of it. It's going to be a lot of extra XP down here, something else you don't want to have happen to this Elder Titan. This early game might be rough. The side lanes are going to be very difficult for Aster.
I mean, shouldn't this one be okay, though? SF versus Doom, isn't that a winning matchup? I know the Enchantress makes a difference, but still, isn't the core-to-core matchup fine?
It's good for SF, but I don't think you can apply the pressure here because Celery can always force Baboka off the lane.
Okay.
This is that Rubik ET that feels good when you just slap him.
Yeah, so they got to pull the lane back as much as possible, so he actually has some room to maneuver.
Equilibrium, I mean, this is about as good an Elder Titan lane you're ever going to get. Furion, Rubik. You get extra damage off the Treants, and then you can just punch this Rubik all the way. That part I like. And Aster did get the support matchups. It's going to help him a little bit. But I think the level 3 top is absolutely terrifying. Lion is not a very strong laner. And the nemesis of Lion is, of course, the Enchantress.
Yeah, you said that. Why?
It's lore. They hate each other.
I don't think that's true at all.
Lion used to have 5 fingers, but Enchantress stole 3 of them.
What? What did she do?
This is your daily loregasm with distraction slacks.
She sticked her little friends on him and they ate his fingers?
Do a Slacks impression for us.
Hey everybody, it's Distraction Slacks!
Oh my god.
Here to cast another Dota2 game!
I think that's Elmo, bro. You got confused.
Yeah, I mean, he sounds a little bit like Elmo.
Anyway, this matchup's terrible because Lion has no ability to fight the creep. He has no really ability to trade with the Enchantress, who just has better stats, armor, move speed, and impetus. And you just get right-click down. You can't really pull because Enchantress can always contest the pull, so you don't really get the levels you want on this hero in the safe lane. You can't really play aggressive. It's very tough. It is one of the harder lane matchups to play. On top of Lion just not really being that good of a laner to begin with.
Yeah, okay. I can kind of see that. Outside of the laning phase, though, they're not going to really interact with each other, right?
I mean, this lane matchup is almost as bad as that impression of Slide. That was one of the worst ones I've heard in a while. Oh, XWI.
Yeah, this matchup is getting real down to the wire here.
Yeah, this is a very close matchup mid. Quinn
CS-wise, it's not close at all.
No, Quinn is definitely very advantaged right now. All 3 lanes going Gaming's way. That is a good sign for them. Again, I feel like Aster's lineup is stronger in that late game in the team fight with the auras and the SF just right-clicking people that's going to be outmatched. But if they fall behind in the levels in the network, you're going to lose a lot of map with this support duo that's very clunky and cannot fight Rubik Ench. Like, you're going to get beat on the runes, you're going to get beat in these mid ganks, you're going to get beat in the vision. That's going to hurt, because this support duo is greedy. They have a lot of really powerful spells, they have very powerful ults and auras, but not if you can't get the levels and not if you have nowhere to go with them. He's going to get a little extra healing here. Not too shabby. And this is that level 3 top that is a pretty big kill power spike for them. Like, you get this level, you get a big Hellbear Smasher up here too. A lot of pressure going to go Monet's way in the next minute. As Pichu is also feeling it, might get killed off this.
Pull back in, has to go for the stomp to save himself, but Tofu eliminates him with the Fade Bolt. So XXS may be doing fine in CS, but his lane partner not doing so hot. And the Hellbear Smasher is coming to play. Monet takes a ton of damage off of that.
Honestly, not the worst outcome. That was a pretty big power point. They could have maybe dove Monet here if they got a good double wave going. The bear could last long enough. I think Aster are happy with what happened in that exchange. Still, these lanes are not going to get much better.
Happy that they didn't lose more.
I mean,
it
sometimes
feels like
that's
deja
all
vu
you
to
can
game
ask.
1 now.
That's Dota. Sometimes
Nice
not
dodge.
losing is winning, you know? Sun
That's
Tzu, the
life.
art of Dota.
Yeah.
That's the life? What? That was really dark, man. It's like Slane, I would say.
Oh, maybe you're rubbing off on me.
I hope not. I'm going to have to rebrand entirely. Oh, God.
Is under attack.
I'm going to have to buy colorful clothing. Please, no.
You already got complimented for the fact that you were wearing white pants.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Tsunami was astonished that Avery was wearing not black clothing and actually had white pants.
Yeah, well,
was a good look.
Back to black today.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
By the way, how long has Ace been rocking the spade in his name?
The Ace of Spades.
Yeah.
Yeah, Motorhead. He's a monster. It's a good song. I like that song. And Baboka doesn't like this song.
Yeah.
This one hurts.
Sound of.
You're going to have a death on this lane. I think my expected outcome would be probably 2 deaths on this line. So he's only got 1. That's pretty good. The net worth is not looking great. But again, I don't think you're expected to win this lane. I think it's impossible. You just have to make it up with the Lion's prowess in the mid game, which is also not great. But then you can make it up with Lion's prowess in the late game,
Which.
is also, that's okay.
Why do we pick this hero?
Some of us enjoy suffering. I'm going to try and land the chain stun here. And they'll get it.
Is it enough? They got it.
That's why you pick Lion right there.
Double disables.
Damn straight, son. 2-2-0, lining him up. Kapow! The finger gun sends Quinn back to the fountain.
Well, he's not level 6 yet, but.
Kapow! Lining up my finger impression. That's a value gank. You need a couple more of those to get going, because you need the extra levels on your Aster supports here.
You also need the
boots.
space for XWY to move around, right?
Yes. Levels are super important for this Aster team, so the extra kills, very nice and juicy. XXS going to be farming up some stacks. Glad to see they got some B stacks, because his lane was rough. So you got to make up in the economy in this next 3 to 4 minute period here if you're Aster, and you have to withstand the Furion rotations. Dyrachio has ult, he has teleport up, he is going Midas, but he'll be happy to join any of these skirmishes that happen around the Enchantress creep or the tri-lane mid, which a Quinn classic Reno for a reason. And it's coming. Coming soon.
What's he going to do with this SF? He did not have stacks in his jungle, was just clearing them one by one. He's going to be caught by Quinn here. Bulbaca's going to try and help him out with an Impale. Celery from the high ground throws an Impetus, and that might just be enough with a Remnant and another Slight. No, Quinn actually doesn't chase after that one. They go back for the kill on Bulbaca, while Celery tries to bring down Monet, but he certainly doesn't have enough damage. He's just a level 3 Enchantress.
That Radiant Observer Ward paying dividends here. Just lets them force the SF out of jungle. You get the slow from the high ground. Really nice obs early from Celery. Another reason this offlane Enchantress can be super deadly, because you can get the early rotation in enemy jungle, get the wards up, and it allows all these moves later. Remember that period we saw 4 Enchantress? I think Taiga was playing it a lot.
Yeah.
No Liquid. There's a reason. This hero's one of the strongest 4s in terms of laning when you played in this offlane, and then the acceleration
Look at him.
is so fast.
They aren't going to be able to catch Tofu here. XWY, imagine he has the spells to kill him. Onslaught's through. Does he not have trample?
He's got it.
Okay, he's got it eventually.
And this is a nice combo. The ET Primal, maybe not one you think of, but you can throw the Spirit out and just follow whoever he's running down. You get that Magic Amp.
Okay, yeah.
Pretty juicy.
You also have their ultimates combined. Hold them in place.
You pound them into the crack.
Through. Yeah, that's a good point. Open the earth up and shove them through the crack.
That's
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Wait, you like that imagery? I could have done it way
I'm not
differently.
even gonna follow that one up. I don't want to get fired, please. Please.
Just spread the earth wide.
Top tower is under attack.
10-minute power runes coming up. 2,000 net worth lead for Game of Gladiators. Here comes the ultimate into the chain stuns once again. The panel talked about they're like, it's bold picking in a spirit into a lion like this, and you're beginning to see why. The chain disables offered. You just get one, and then the lion's able to join in, and these spirit heroes do not last long against that.
Man, it's just super good execution on these mid ganks. It's not easy when this Enchantress is running in your jungle and kind of blocking you from these mid moves, but Baboka has been able to fight it twice without boots. This is a windlace lion. Being able to get the follow-up on a mid-spirit hero. It looks a lot easier than it is, trust me. This is not easy, and that'll finally get him to boots. He's a hero, Cap. He's a hero now. He can play the game.
Radiant's
Lion
middle tower is
spammers
under attack.
rejoicing everywhere. I actually love playing this hero, but every time I pick it, I know it's going to be a rough one.
Yeah. I just like, who out there spams lion? I'm just imagining like some crusty, like 50-year-old Dota player who's been playing it since Dota 1 and found a hero that he likes, and the hero never changed, so he just kept playing it.
So basically the guy with nothing to live for.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's almost 6. He is 6. He has finger up. Quinn's going to find it first.
Yeah, time for that kapow.
No, you don't kapow. Here, you save that kapow.
Okay.
You
Hold it.
wanna
Holster
kapow
that.
later.
Holster them finger guns.
I mean, remember, this is a better finger. This is a 140-second cooldown level 1 finger instead of the 160.
Oh my God.
The technology. It's a bigger
Wow.
finger.
He might get 3 charges by minute 30.
I mean, that's pretty good if you get that, yeah. Pressure's coming down bottom from the Beast. So while Gaming are trying to get this mid collapse, and honestly, I feel like this mid collapse has been slower for them than in a lot of their games where they do this tri-lane mid and try and snowball off Quinn, because Quinn died twice.
Yeah.
So you get this rally push going. It's probably just going to seal the fate of this tower. I say that Aster actually smoked in the river looking for the 12-minute
Yeah,
rune.
ultimately they still got there, which,
Dire's
am I
middle
wrong? I
tower
feel like
has
Aster
fallen.
can fight.
No, that's just a tough fight. You don't have
It
the
is?
summons clear.
Okay.
These two supports,
Radiant's bottom tower
it's
I
rough.
mean, the Primal Beast does it.
Maybe you can
Quite
charge
literally
him?
tramples all over them.
I'm not sure what Aster we're looking for, because they smoked, but they didn't go bottom either. They're just
Yeah,
looking for a finger charge. That's what they're looking for.
Bobica running interference here. XWY.
Kapow,
There it is.
Yeah, I mean, you knew I was waiting for that one. We're on the board. Add 1 to the total.
Primal Beast lifted him up in the air, and Bobica took his head clean off with them finger guns.
It's another good combo with this ET. You get that spirit on him. He doesn't have to commit. Amps the finger damage.
Radiant structures are fortified.
It's a lot of little scaling mechanisms for Aster here. And Quinn playing with danger.
Yeah, XWY is going to be the one caught, actually.
Oh, nice stomp.
Beautiful. Hits the 2 on the side. They're trying to stall up the Doom. XWY needs to be able to get away
stolen
from this
roar.
one. Stolen Roar. That is rough. XXS, they don't even need to use it on him. They can hold it for somebody else, and that's going to be the Elder Titan. Meanwhile, XWY does eventually get run down, and it all turns bad for Aster. Jeez.
Dire's
Just don't have the numbers. I mean, Dyrachyo can always come in with this ult and a TP. You can't really fight the supports when you don't have finger up. You have an Earth Splitter, but you can't land it. And yeah, that push just ends up way too deep. You get Omega punished, or as Quinn would say, turbo punished.
Turbo.
And now you're down 4K.
Dire's bottom tower
This is the scary part of the game for Aster. I'd say from about minute 15 to like
has been killed.
What are you doing?
a little miss micro.
Just throwing couriers down lanes? Is that what we're doing now?
The lion life.
Dire's bottom tower has
Anyway, I think the scary part of the game for Aster, we're talking like minute 12 to like 45. I think if you can get through that period.
It's deja vu. This is game one all over again.
We're in a similar
By 15
situation.
minutes, it feels like the game is...
No, this game is better than game one.
Okay.
Because Quinn on the Ember is still struggling here. You're still going to have a lot of windows where you can kill him. If you can somehow get the Lion Blink, I say somehow because he has 1,600 net worth. So, yeah, he'll be working on that. We'll get back to him. But you have a really strong Primal who's going to have an okay BKB timing here. And again, the team fight and scale is still decent.
Yeah, Dota Plus says it's 50-50, so...
That's okay. That's pretty generous, actually. But you are gonna have to. You're gonna have fast Doom auras here.
Oh, this is awkward. Who's gonna get off the disables first? Bobica is gonna be able to keep the Doom at bay. He's still at Primal Roar though, and the TP's coming in. Nicely played by Tofu.
Oh, this Rubik. Somebody stop him. This is also the downside of Lion versus Rubik. You can't really cover your spells. And Stolen Impale is just... I mean, it's Stolen Earth Spike's better than your Earth Spike. It's on a better model, too.
Yeah.
The one silver lining for Aster here is XXS. He's 0-2, but he has taken all of that triangle stack farm, and he is going to have a decently timed Helm of the Overlord here. Probably in the next minute, he will finish it up off one more camp. And maybe you can just make a smoke play with that if you're Aster. If you can align it with this Primal BKB, even better. He's a little too far off of it, but we haven't seen a big 5-on-5 clash with the Doom auras yet. Some hopium for Aster right now. You're down 8k. Okay, that's a lot, but like I said, I think if they get 1 or 2 good team fights in this game, that's all they need.
So where are they going to find those fights?
Around objectives. Objectives or some deep jungle ward. That's pretty much it. You need vision for your supports on Aster to be able to take the engagement. Because if they just get TP'd on by Furion, if there's an edge creep hitting the line or something, they're just taken out of the engagement. It's that easy.
So then on Gaming Gladiator side, they just need to make sure they don't overextend.
Yeah.
Walking up into high grounds with no vision.
Just play around the Rubik range, right? He has this Earth Spike. Plays like this. Just too easy.
100-0 to XWY.
I was going to say, like, that type of poke is nice, but that type of poke just sent him into the ground, so even better. They are smoking here, but Boca will look to run away.
As the Lion does.
Wow, he didn't want to finger him there. Maybe he thought he was dead, but he is not dead, and now your team's in trouble. Stompland.
Oh, nice timing there. They're going to turn around. They're going to be able to hold him inside for the Earth Splitter, and that's where the finger comes through. Oh, no! He turned it right back around on him. Tofu kills Bobica. Oh, man. They had to drop triple ultimates to be able to kill Quinn.
That's worth it, though.
Yeah.
And you got value out of holding that finger. Unfortunately, it means Tofu can use it back against you. He does gain a charge of his own. You're looking for the big core kills here if you're Aster. They're going to keep coming on Quinn, and you're happy to take it. That is a lot of burst damage you have to respect. No saves on this gaming side, and a little dual action. The Grand Magus says, my finger is faster than yours.
Wow. It wasn't faster, but it was stronger.
That should help.
Damon. Gonna be caught here. BKB Primal Beast is tough to be able to fight into, and look at that
damage.
Celery just walked into the slam going out, but Quinn is tearing apart the backline here with the Maelstrom procs going off, and XPBY no longer has that BKB, and now the magic damage is trying to get the Tofu, just picks up the Primal Beast, throws him around like Mario does to Bowser.
Just ragdolled him into the stratosphere. Definitely having a laugh about that one. That looked really wonky, but of course that spell is very wonky.
Surely you know that Mario reference, right?
Yeah,
64?
I played Mario.
Okay. I was just saying.
What are you?
I was making my way from the oldest Mario games
I mean,
to
you're
the newest.
besmirching my esports name right now, and I have to defend myself. I shall see you. Midnight on the promenade, we shall duel.
Dire's top
Duel at midnight instead of high noon?
I mean, it's swords.
Well, this is certainly not a duel that's happening in the Roshan pit. It's 3 versus 1. Poor old Roche needs a helping hand, and Aster is not there to give it to him. They stomp on the ground, but they really don't want to leave their high ground area, it seems.
It's just not contestable. You don't have BKB on this Shadow Fiend. Maybe if you had that,
The stomp
you could think
steal.
about it.
Oh.
That was actually kind of close. They did.
Oh no, he grabbed the dragon. Let him go. Ancient Black Dragon down. That's 250 gold. Sad.
Sad face indeed. And they're setting up on Monet.
Okay, the slight dodge. Not even necessary. Dyrachyo also had BKB, so there goes Monet. They gotta get something on the other side of the map here. I mean, this just cannot be allowed. Celery is gonna try and keep himself alive for as long as possible. Do you blow the finger? Yeah, honestly, you might need to.
Yeah. Charge number 3.
Okay.
You got to get the hell out of here, though.
Doom goes into this fight. Dyrachyo teleports in on the other side. That's because Quinn and Tofu are coming up the high ground now. The Primal Beast slowed up.
BKB,
Is
but
that
not if
like
you're
the
Doom.
first Doom of the
Oh,
game?
he woke them all up.
Oh, the axes woke them up from their sleep. No.
Not the combo you're looking for.
XWY maybe could have gotten out.
I think he actually might have. Unfortunate. And stolen spells are just destroying Aster in this game. They don't have the gap close to deal with the Rubik in these engagements, and Tofu is dominating. Aetherlens online, playing the greedy Rubik. Why not? You're just going to carry the game at this point. Level 4 Spirit.
And better than the Uproar that he had.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Gets a little vision out there. Why isn't it a Rubik illusion?
I don't know. Probably because they just didn't want to code it.
BKB soon for Quinn, especially if they take this tier 2 tower. And if they get that BKB, they have the BKB on Dyrachyo, Ace. I mean, he's just tanky guy.
Look at this smoke,
Primal
though.
Beast really isn't going to do much unless they get the initiation. This 4-man smoke up from Aster.
I think they're banking on the fact Gaming might not expect this.
Yeah, they're going to walk up blind into this high ground.
They're just going to throw everything.
See if they can kill him. Oh no, he was outside of the range of the Earth Spike, so that's one spell dodged, and Ace is still alive. The clap 2 on the back lines, but Aster just ran out of damage.
At least they disengage.
I guess so.
And you give up Pulverize again, which is not great. We just haven't seen Monet join a single fight. Like, that's the thing. The SF is so much of their damage. It's also what their draft is built around. The aura is to buff up the SF, get him in there with a Requiem off a Stomp or something. You can kill some of these heroes. He's just so delayed in getting to this BKB.
Yeah, he's not even the most farm core on their team.
No. He will just get BKB off this camp if they don't get ganked right now, because Tofu is looking, gets the good ward placement.
Pop up, they get the blink in. A nice stun entrance. They pulverize the supports, and they're both going to die here pretty easily, and they're going to be able to catch X success as well. So 3 down from this. Tofu. No survivors.
Just a brutal game. 18,000 net worth at 23 minutes. This game got out of control just off the lanes, and the Enchantress versus Supports matchup. Supports were just too greedy, too slow. They couldn't take the fights around their towers. Primal had nobody to skirmish with, and the whole map just disappears. Never got to see that late game. I still think it was promising.
What could have been.
Oh,
Hey, back into the game.
There's that SFBKB.
Can XWY stop him? I don't think so. The Remnant was already out for Quinn, so. And now he's got the BKB.
He sent a message, though.
That you can't end the game yet.
Exactly.
That's a powerful message. Telekinesis trying to pull him out.
God.
Pull him out. He did with the Pulverize. They have to form a rescue mission. XWY is going to go for the kill on the Rubik.
Right.
They do get it with the finger. A 4th charge, but it's going to come at a heavy cost. As Quinn with his BKB
Or
goes in.
Splitter.
The Primal Roar goes out. They hit a stun, though, from Ace,
It's
and
not
that
close.
stops all the damage. Okay, Gaming Gladiators. They have made a very good argument for being a few steps ahead of Aster, and yeah, they just call it. I don't even blame them. They got absolutely